Hey guys, so I want to talk today about something that has been on my mind for a while now, and it's something that I've wanted to get off my chest for the past 6 months, and it is that the vegan diet and the vegan lifestyle has actually destroyed my body. Basically, because there's a couple vegan foods that aren't good for my body, I need to start murdering animals again. Alright guys, so before I go on, I just want to say that this video is not meant to bash veganism or bash the vegan movement or discredit the plant-based diet. I applaud anybody who tries to go vegan and can do it for a long period of time. I tried it and my body just couldn't handle being a vegan. So I'm going to go over just exactly what happened and what led to this extremely rational conclusion that I can no longer be a vegan and have to again pay for innocent animals to be murdered against their will. So I want to start from the beginning of my vegan journey. It all started around 5 years ago when my brother ended up showing me a couple documentaries, and I was just in shock at what animals had to go through to get to my plate. I mean, pigs were being gassed, cows were getting forcibly penetrated, babies were being stolen, babies were being killed. All these things were just so compelling, and I ended up making the switch to the vegan lifestyle overnight. So my first 2 years of veganism felt amazing. My energy was so high, and I felt so good because I wasn't supporting these extremely cruel industries. It wasn't until the end of the first 2 years that I really started to get these really bad and really just some of the worst symptoms ever. I was having this severe abdominal pain, and I was having also very severe bloating. And these two symptoms really were affecting my quality of life to such a strong degree that I realized I needed to, look more into it. It was getting in the way of functioning at my job, going to family gatherings, going to general social gatherings. It was just so much suffering that I was enduring. I tried absolutely everything to figure out my problem. And when I say I tried absolutely everything, I don't mean I tried absolutely everything. I tried a couple things and some stuff. Like I tried some pseudo-scientific remedies online. I ordered some random supplements that are supposed to be good for gut health or something. I mean, as you can tell, animal rights was just so important to me, and I was willing to try everything I could to prevent myself from having to support the animal holocaust again. I even tried water fasting for 94 days and drinking my own urine, but for some reason, that didn't work. So after 3 more years of trying everything but evidence, I finally decided to try some evidence and go to a plant-based nutritionist to see what exactly my problem was. After relaying a couple of my problems to the plant-based nutritionist, she wanted me to go through some tests to see how exactly my insides were doing. It turned out that my intestines were bleeding and that my body wasn't too good at handling a high fiber diet, which was causing me to be bloated all the time. And a high fiber diet is what I had been eating for the majority of my time as a vegan. Upon discovering that my intestines were bleeding, my nutritionist immediately recommended me to go see an allergist and get an allergy test. And little did I know, I actually had a soy allergy, and that was why my intestines were bleeding. At this point, all of the abdominal pain was making sense. I realized that it wasn't until I had loads of tofu that I would feel this kind of pain. So I discovered that I have a soy allergy and that my body doesn't do too well on a high fiber diet. So after discovering that I couldn't eat soy anymore, I realized I can't be a vegan. I was researching how many foods out there that are vegan that aren't soy, and thousands came up. I was so surprised that there were so many other foods that aren't soy that are still vegan. Like I thought that every single plant was a soybean or something. Like I didn't even know that trees existed. To my surprise, soy isn't the only vegan food out there, but it is. So I have to stop being a vegan and replace my soy with innocent fish that didn't want to be stabbed in the throat or ripped out of the ocean. And also I have to start eating eggs that, required male baby chicks to be ground up alive and laying hens to be exploited their entire lives, laying, 500 million times the amount of eggs they're naturally supposed to, lay. So yeah, when I saw the thousands of vegan foods that don't have soy, I realized that there's no vegan foods out there that don't have soy. When looking on the internet for lower fiber vegan food, similar to my soy research, a bunch of different results came up. Turns out, there's such thing as low fiber vegan food too. So since I realized there was plant foods that had lower fiber, I realized I had to eat animals for lower fiber. To summarize everything, I can't eat soy because I have a soy allergy, and I can't have a high fiber vegan diet because my body just doesn't respond well to extremely high fiber. And because there is a ton of vegan foods out there that aren't soy, and also a bunch of vegan foods out there that are lower in fiber, I have to start eating eggs and fish to function properly. This is a very reasonable decision to make. Because I can't eat soy or have a high fiber diet, I have to start paying for murder. I mean, what are the other options out there outside of the thousands of non-soy vegan foods and the myriad of low fiber vegan foods? But hey guys, before you get mad at me, vegans, just know that the fish and eggs I'll be eating will be grass-fed and cage-free. These fish that I will eat will be fed grass, so it's totally okay for me to take their lives. The fish also weren't in a cage while they were having their rights stripped away. So like, it's all good, right? The egg-laying hens also won't be in a cage while they're being exploited. So, I mean, I'm just a really good person. All right, guys, that is the end of the video. And that is how the vegan diet destroyed my body and how I came to the extremely reasonable decision that I needed to eat fish and eggs. If you find yourself, vegans, listen, if you find yourself allergic to one food, and also find yourself, maybe struggling to have a high fiber diet, the only thing you can do is start paying for murder. It's all you can do. There's no way that you can just exclude certain foods and then remain a vegan. It just doesn't make any sense. If it did, I would have done it, but it doesn't. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you support my work and want to support me on Patreon, the link is in my description. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.
Dude, even vegans don't get your weird, stupid wannabe sense of irony here. Who is your audience? Nobody gets these dumb jokes. Dude, even vegans don't get your weird,